a mother of 5. You know, just her story was so inspiring to me. Listening to that, I mean, people were cheering, crying, screaming, standing up on chairs. And I came back to Columbia, and I told him, I think I talked to him the way back, and I'm like, look, yo, this money is real. This girl's on stage $31,000 a month. And she was no different than me. So we came back here. When I tell you we grind from sun up to sundown, Instagram is blown up with TNS. We are Team No Sleep. That's what we call ourselves. So we came back, we grind hard, we help one another with sales, we help one another with distributors, and before you know it, 7 weeks in the business, 7 weeks now, they give you 90 days. 7 weeks, I hit diamond. Got my $10,000 bonus. From there, it didn't stop. We grind some more. 5 months into the business, I hit double diamond. And here it is, exactly a year and 1 week, I hit triple diamond. But it ain't over yet, y'all, because I'm already set for presidential.
All right,
so,
set it up.
Presidential is going to average $17,000 a month. So when I tell you he will do it, he will do it. So we tell everybody what? If you're not on this team,
you're on the wrong team.
So y'all hear that right. So I encourage you to talk to the people who invited you out here. Tell them that you're ready to make this decision today. Tell them that you are ready to join TNS and you are all about getting this money. Because we are definitely on the money train. Can I hear it? Whoa! So I'm gonna let my husband tell you.
For the men who tell their stories, I want Patty to tell her story.
Oh, come on up, Patty.
I'm changing my shoes, my feet were hurt.
Come on, Patty. Our newest diamond.
I didn't know I had to speak, but you know.
She said, you know, take the mic.
She can't hold the mic yet.
They're not gonna let me stop. I came in the business in December 6th to be exact. And when I contacted Manita, it wasn't even to be a distributor. I literally saw her picture on Facebook. I was like, girl, what kind of diet are you on? See how God works? I only wanted to lose weight. I think I've talked to Mo's mom all the time, but Mo and I have not actually spoken in years. But I've talked to her mom because she does all my kids' birthday cakes and all our cakes. So God led me to her Facebook page that day, and I literally just wanted to lose weight. Mo rapped me the first time, and Mo tell you I was skeptical. I was like, that thing didn't work. She's like, okay. She called me back a week later, rapped me again, and I was sold. Then she told me to get on a potential distributor call. Before the call was done, I texted her and said, I'm in. I've sold everything under the sun. Real estate, Mary Kay, and I don't know nothing about makeup. Sister can tell you.
She don't know nothing about makeup.
Mary Kay, life insurance. What else have I sold? Prepaid legal, 31, everything. So when I came on, it was literally at a slow time. It was around the holidays. Told my husband what I was about to do, and he's like, oh Lord, here we go again. He just looked at me sideways. First check was minimal because I came in at the holiday season. When January hit, boy, he saw my check, and he was like, whoa. And he heard Mo and John's story, he's like, wait, how can I get on with this rap game? And that's when he signed up in January. So now we have 2 additional incomes coming into the house. I'm an educator, my husband's in law enforcement, we are not rich people at all. So when I came in, I just wanted to make a little extra money to pay, it is hot in here.
It is now.
To pay our car payments, it's like money, because we have 2 car payments, and we have 2 children under the age of 5, so you know what we pay in daycare. So that's all we wanted, okay?
420 every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Late Mary Montessori.
We talk about how much daycare is, but that's all I wanted. And honestly, and I can tell you, me and sister talk about, we work together too, we talk about all the time. When I first came in, I honestly did not think I was going to be this vested because I was not successful in everything else I had done. But Malika and Manita would not let me stop. They kept, I said, y'all, this ain't working. I'm not getting no sales. I keep seeing everyone in chat, boom, boom, like, I'm not sales. And then literally, it started, they wouldn't let me stop. I followed what they told me to do. And it happened, and I just went diamond on Wednesday. So my husband's gonna be diamond by the end of April. So that's gonna be 2 $10,000 bonuses coming into our house, in bonuses alone. And Malika still won't let me stop. She texted me this morning, all right, you're gonna be double diamond by the end of April. like, oh, wait, okay, all right. So they're not gonna let you stop. We're not gonna let you fail. I tell even the distributors that are on my team, I'm not gonna let you fail. If you're working and I see you grinding and we're in contact with each other, I'm not gonna let you fail. Just like they're not gonna let me stop, I'm not gonna let them stop. So it comes from top down. This business has changed our lives. We were struggling month to month, trying to pay the bills because I have a little spending problem. But we were trying to pay the bills and live at the same time. But now, I called my hubby on, Sunday? What was it, Sunday?
Yeah.
So I said, can I buy this Michael Kors bag? Can it be my diamond gift? And he said, yeah. I almost passed out and felt. The girl was like, you all right? Because any other time, he was like, I'm about to sell your bags, I'm already in the closet. So he actually let me buy my Kors bag, and that's my baby. I even put it in the bed on the pillow. So it is that real, y'all. And when I say it has changed our lives, we've even come closer because this is the first thing we've done together as a couple, other than, have kids and all that other stuff. But this is the first thing we've done together as a couple. So, I mean, we're not going to let each other stop either. So, I'm so blessed that I came across Mo Page that night because she was looking good and I wanted to lose my baby weight. And I'm so blessed that I came onto this team. So, that's it. Because I can keep talking.
I'm gonna bring John out.
Can I change that?
I'm gonna bring you up here. And I would like to say, when I told you that I worked those 2 full-time jobs, I actually left the Heart Center November the 27th, the day before Thanksgiving was my last day there, and I was at that job for 8 years. Absolutely loved it. But when it's bringing in more money and allowing me my time freedom, which I just told your sister, this is my boss's sister. I've already told her, put her on notice that I'll be going very soon from Remington. So yeah, the deadline is May to be done with that job. I am going to work my business full time. So my guys, come on up here. All of my house husbands, y'all come on up.
All right.
Because we don't do this business alone. We actually have an amazing support system with these guys. And like I said, they are truly our backbone. Days when we're out rapping people and on the phones, they're the ones that are making sure the kids are picked up and kids are fed. So yeah, because we kind of zone out. So, yeah, he do the dishes. So I'm gonna let them talk.
What an awesome opportunity this company has been for each and one of our wives and our families. Really has helped us, me, redefine what life is all about. Since graduating college, I graduated Charleston Southern on May 19, 2001. By May 21st, 2001, I started retail management with a grocery called Bible. And I was grinding, thought I was grinding, doing big things from 2001 up until 2012. That's a lot of time, 70 hours a week, working hard, not going to church, not doing the family things. And you just lose out on what life is all about. But ever since this company has come along and has allowed me to step away from Bilo and give my wife opportunities to minimize the workload that she's been doing, we've been able to go to church, and God sent this amazing opportunity for us to enjoy. And so now I look forward to living. I think I can remember the last year more than I could the last 11 years I spent in retail management. And so that's just a blessing in itself. And so with that said, I'm not going back. She's not going back. We're gonna keep working hard and pushing everybody else to do the same so we all can achieve financial freedom and own our own time. And that's what we're focused on here in 2014. I wasn't sold at first, but I never told my wife no. Even when we dated in high school, never told her no.
We've been together since we were 12, y'all. So I can attest to that. He never told her no.
Never told her. From the littlest things to the biggest things, it's never been no. And so I'm glad I didn't start telling her no last year. So when she asked for the 99, it was a pause, but it was always yes. But anyway, I wasn't really sold. I just said, well, she wants to do it, I don't want to have to do Bilo again, because I went back part-time once I left. That's another story. So went back part-time. And I was able to leave that once she went diamond completely. And I haven't gone back, and I'm not. So I'm in the education field now, working with kids, what I love to do, coaching basketball, seeing my kids every day, and literally, not making this about me, but literally, I would see my kids one night, go to work the next night, and wouldn't see them till the next day or evening. And so that was pretty rough. But anyway, back to the script. I wasn't sold, like I told you, until she went away to Atlanta to the conference and met Vanessa Brown. And she left on a Friday afternoon around 2 o'clock, and I was still in school. And she didn't leave any cash for me and the boys for the weekend. So I called her all panicked. Hey, you left already? Yeah, baby, I'm almost to Atlanta. I said, well, what were we supposed to do this weekend? We don't have anything. She said, well, your Itworks card came in. And I said, what you mean Itworks card came in? So
You pull that out quick, y'all. See that one?
So I got home and I saw this envelope and it had my name on it. And I said, okay, well, what's on it? She said, well, it's about $800. $800? You haven't been in this company but less than a month. I said, yeah, but I'm working hard. So needless to say, me and the boys had a good time eating. We going to the city. Anyway, so, but from that time, and she came back so just overjoyed about the opportunity and the experience, I said, well, let me research this company. So when I got back to school that Monday, I got online and I started researching Itworks. I Googled it. I didn't even tell her I did it. I didn't even ask for a website. I just researched, private eye, what's she getting into? And so I began to read about Mark Pentecost and his wife, how he was a basketball coach just like I was, middle school coach, and he was just tired of not being able to support his family to the fullest, not being able to live, and he started out a network marketing company, a little small one, and had success from that. So from that vision led to the vision of Itworks back in 2001, where they launched Itworks and bought the rights to the raps, and I did a lot of reading.
You did.
And from there, it just took off to where it is now. And then what really shocked me the most, most big companies have a sister company, so I researched that too. So I didn't see something that was on Wall Street or anything like that. It was just a simple golf course in Florida, Braden, Florida. And that really impressed me because it just showed me that they're not about money. They just want to live and help you live as well. And so I began to research all the products. And I said, hey, it's not about raps. They got a lot of products. And I came back just talking my wife's head off about It's Vitals, New You, Confianza, just all the products, ProFit shakes and everything. And just realized that, man, this is something big. So from that moment, I went all in, and we hadn't stopped yet, and we're not going to stop. So that's my story with it. I hope you all, if you need any help with your spouses, if you decide to come on, you need help with your spouses, my team and I.
Okay, CEO.
We're committed to speaking with your spouses and giving them a push to come on in and support you.
Okay.
But Wilson Gidron, the soon to be double down.
Woodrow.
I'm Wilson. Malika's my wife, and she pretty much told you our story, and she's right. Starting 2013, she was with one network marketing company, and probably around February she had switched to another. And then came along April, May, and she starts telling me about Itworks. So this is the third network marketing company in 3-4 months. So I'm like, yeah, you go do that. Don't ask me to run the auto ship. Don't ask me to try no products. But like she said, after she was in there for about a month and I saw how much money she was making, I'm like, sign me up. And I've always been a pattern type person. I can always spot the patterns and stuff. When I was a little boy, my mom kicked me off of the Atari because I figured out the pattern. I'd play it for 24 hours straight. So it got to a point where I could just see that this business was in it. How they were doing it, how it was set up with the Instagram, the people that were involved. This business can make a lot of money. So I'm like, well, get my spot now. Because one thing with network marketing, it's always better to get in sooner than it is later.
That's right.
So she worked the business, and how we run our business is that I help her with the social media. She does most of the talking because she likes to talk. But anyway, fast forward to January this year when we went to conference, and she came back and she was like, I can do this. I need to quit my job. And again, I'm good at seeing patterns, and I'm like looking at it, and I saw how much the business had increased in January. I'm like, man, this is a no-brainer. How she grinds at it, how the business was coming in, this is a no-brainer. I knew she'd be double down. You know, that may sound a little, cocky or presumptuous on my part, but I saw it. I knew it. I didn't know I was going to be double down. But this is a phenomenal opportunity. And with a lot of network marketing companies, you have your uplines, and you may go to conference and see them or hear them on conference calls. The thing that's so special about this team here in Columbia, South Carolina, is you have immediate access to your uplines. You know, we're real people. We're just like y'all. You know, Juanita's triple diamond. My wife's double diamond. Shanita's soon to be double diamond. I'm gonna be double diamond. You got Patty that's a diamond. You got John that's a diamond.
Fruit's about to be done.
Fruit's about to be diamond. You know, so you actually get to be in a place where it's happening. You don't have some upline off in Las Vegas or California who got you on a rah-rah conference call where everybody in your area is just making pennies off of it. It's not like that. And then what they talked about as far as teamwork, if you work, if you're active, if you're committed, nobody gets left behind. The only people who get left behind are those who sign up and disappear.
That's right.
You know, if you pay your $99 and you ghost and we never hear from you, you're not getting any sales, we reach out to you, you're ignoring the phone calls and the text messages, what are they left to assume? That you just don't care about your business? So, with that being said, I'm gonna pass it over to Joe.
All right, how y'all doing? My name is Joe Wright. That's my beautiful wife, Felicie, aka Fruit. She knows Manita from way back in the day. They went and played high school, played basketball in high school together and stuff. So I'm in the Army, 20 plus years. I was stationed in Fort Lewis, Washington. Got orders to come to Fort Jackson, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. When I tell you I fought coming here, I fought. I called my battalion sergeant major, I called my brigade sergeant major, I called branch. I said, no, we are not going to Columbia, South Carolina. So, she get a phone call from Manita. She's like, Fruit, you gotta try this crazy rap game. You gotta come into this business. And so she came to me and I was like, okay, whatever. Well, we about to go because they told me to come. Regardless of what I wanted to do, they told me to go ahead and come down here. So we got down here in August and they linked up and she signed up in September. And so she got her reps. We were going to Atlanta to go to Six Flags. Six Flags was rained out. So she had me, she had another one of her girlfriends, and she had another girlfriend, two girlfriends and me. And she was like, come on, we about to go rap. I'm like, okay, well, first we're gonna stop by the Class 6. Class 6, if y'all don't know, that's the military liquor store. So I went and got my beer, I went and got my alcohol, we went to the Jamaican spot, we got some jerk chicken, we went to the Pizza Hut, got some pizza, and she was like, okay, we about to rap. I said, okay, we can rap, I'm gonna drink. So if you've never rapped before, I basically did everything you're supposed to do, everything you're not supposed to do. I was drinking alcohol. I was eating a bunch of greasy food. And my wife rapped me anyway, but I didn't know anything about the business. I didn't know anything about the rap. I was like, okay, you want to do it? Go ahead. You rap me while And so I went to sleep in the rap and I woke up and I had results. So when anybody come to me and say, well, I didn't have results, I said, you gotta be doing something wrong because I did everything you're not supposed to do. And I got results, so you gotta be doing something wrong. So I wanna thank God that I was forced to come here, because trust me, it was a force to come here. I wanna thank God that Fruit knew Manita and brought me, because I'm telling you right now, I know a lot of people that does this business. I know a lot. I had my son played tackle football for the first time last year. I met a distributor that was the parent of one of the kids that played football. I said, oh yeah, you're a distributor. And I got kind of excited. I said, okay, so how long you been in? She said, March. If you weren't paying attention, Manita came in March. By the time I met Manita, she was a double diamond already. I said, oh yeah, well, what's your rate? She said, oh, I'm a distributor. And it says March of last year. She's like, yeah. We also went to conference in January. There was so many people been in the business for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years who were distributors, executives, rubies. I was executive. My wife was a ruby. We just came in September, October. So when I tell you that this team is special, you don't even understand how special it is. But you will see, if you sign up today, you get on Instagram, you get on Facebook, and you see all these people. And I'm gonna tell you how special it is. We're about to have some special guests come.
Yes, God.
Because of this team. Because of this woman, that woman, that woman, that woman, that woman. And these men right here are John's team, by the way. So I just wanna truly, honestly thank God for having Manita in our life, Malika. And Malika, she loves you, but it's that tough love. And that's sometimes that's what we need, because you know, like they said, you have access to anybody in this room 24/7. And you know, we got a little special check you might put, you know, if we ship to a country that you should know where we ship to. And Malika gonna let you know. You should know where we ship to. But yeah, thank God. And my wife be Diamond, I'll be Diamond shortly after that, and we ain't stopping. Because my goal is being ambassador by January.
Let's get it. Right.
Bring up my next teammate. I want to talk about a person that has really bought into his wife's mission to be successful and really got behind her and supported her to no end, is not sleeping, working hard, has created a whole nother person to get it done. I'd like to bring up Trey Bates, aka
That's what I did. Y'all see what I did?
Alright, basically, I've been in law enforcement for a few years, I think going on about 6 or 7. So all I know coming from the street, you know, is violence, you know what I'm saying? All I know is stress and getting people to do what you want them to do. Whether that be by force or, you know, you just listen to me because I'm gonna beat you up type thing. So, you know, coming from that, you know, I met my wife, you know, of course we got married, I had 2 kids. I love my kids to death. Now, unlike a lot of men out there, you know, I had my daughter, you know, from the time she was born up until her first year, every day. Every morning is me till I go to work. You know, from the cooking, I took over cooking, I help with laundry, I iron, you know, I take the trash out, I wash the cars, I do whatever I gotta do.
Hold up, time out. You making it sound like I don't do nothing. Hold up.
But outside of that, my wife is a very hard-working person. I mean, like I said, she sold everything under the sun from real estate, you know. She's done it. And joining the business with her has been a life changer, I'd say. T-Pain? But joining, you know, first off, she started up, and I see her with a phone. You know, of course, as a man, you know, you see white man, boom, I got a text, man. I'm like, who that is? You know, it might be like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I get off work, I'm like, man, who is that? That's sale. So I'm like, okay, cool, you know, whatever you do, I support you. So I think, I'm on Instagram, my personal Instagram, and she created a rap page, you know, and she tried to follow me on Instagram. I'm like, raps? Man, I ain't worried about no raps. You know, so of course she got her first check, like I said, I'm thinking about $53, maybe $53. And, you know, I was like, okay, that's what's up. That's cool. That's money in the pocket. You know, but then as, you know, she kept going, she kept going, she kept saying, oh, I got a distributor, oh, I got to sell, oh, I got a distributor, oh, I got to sell. And she showed me, you know, the online portal that we have. and how things were growing so fast. And of course, I met Manita the very first time. That was January, and I came in January 31st, right? January 31st is what now? March
30th.
30th. And I'm a Ruby already, so I pretty much promoted twice in like a week before. You know, I'm finna go Emerald hopefully today.
Tonight.
If I buy the BV, I'm gonna make it happen because that's money in y'all. That's money in my pocket. That's money in my wife's pocket. That's money in our household. We combine our finances, we make everything happen. And I was able to give my mom my Impala. You know, I was able to give my mom my vehicle that I had worked hard to get. You know, I still got 10 grand to pay on it, but I gave that vehicle to my mom. I was able to buy a truck. My first truck was a 92 Blazer. You know, I've been riding around that thing forever, transmission went out. You know, but I was able to get me a truck for myself, give my mom my car. And for her to do so much for me and me be able to give her that, that's big. That's real big. So for my wife, I came in, jumped right in. I've been supporting ever since. I'm Pac-Man. You know, I give everybody a nickname. You know, everybody making it happen, and it's a blessing. So if you're thinking about joining, if you not necessarily living paycheck to paycheck, I say come in because you got a great support system. You'll never be alone. If right now John asks in the chat, what team are we? Now I promise you in the next 5 seconds he'll get a response from everybody in our chat. Everybody's always connected. You know, you're gonna get that notification, you ask a question, you're gonna get it. So for me to have my little card, my card.
Pull that black card out.
I got my card, you know, I go anywhere now. I don't gotta think about how much money on my debit card or whether I'm overdraft or not. You know, I don't have to worry about none of that. I got an avalanche now. Cost $100 to fill that thing up. Whew. When I get back in the car, and as soon as it pops, then I get back out. Okay, I don't even need no receipt. I'm good. You know, that's a blessing for a man, for a wife, for a household to not have to worry about, you know, where that money coming from. You bring it to the distributor, you get them tools, it costs us $100. 99, they take $1. You know what I'm saying? But still, you bring them in, you give them to customers just like that. That's $99 in your pocket. So think about how hard you can work in 24 hours. And people say they don't have time. I work full time. I'm a full-time father. I'm a full-time husband. I cook a meal. I'll be on my phone following while I'm frying an omelet at the same time. You know, I'll flip it and make it happen. I make breakfast every Sunday, every morning, every weekend. I'm up. So if you're gonna join, I say do it now. And if you have a spouse and he meet us, John's team. You know, if he meets us, I promise you, we'll cook on the grill, we'll invite him over. We might jack him up and say, hey, get on this team. But he'll do it. And it's a blessing. It's a blessing. So think about it, everybody in this room was to join right now. Think about how large this family is right now. Think about how many people you know that may join. Every person bring in 2 people. See how fast we grow. And it's amazing. You're talking about 400 plus people. I think when I came in, I asked, I said, how many we got on this team? I think she said 3 something. So you think about from January, now we way over 400 people. Over 300 to over 400 people, that's a lot in just 2 months. Everybody's working, everybody's grinding. You know, the people that come in and go ghost, I think I brought in like 4 or 5 people. I got 2 grinders. You know, so I make it happen for those people who are not working. But that's okay, because they're gonna get me where I wanna be at. My wife is gonna get me where I wanna be at. So for those that don't work, fine, they get left by the wayside, we keep them at 400, we promote, we replace them. We make it happen, we move them. You know, so don't get discouraged if you come in this slow. I was slow for about 3 weeks, I was like, man, I don't know. Somebody else making it happen, I ain't getting nothing. And in my 4th week, you know, I got up to 1,000 followers, and I say, hey, I want to buy some wraps. I'm like, cool. So I'm in chat, boom, got my first sale. You know, for me, I'm a law enforcement, so I'm not gonna walk, hey, how you like buy some wraps? He has given me the confidence. I'm not one to go anywhere, you know, talking. I lay low. You know, but he has given me the confidence to say, hey, I'm gonna get this money. So if I gotta talk to grandma over here, if I gotta talk to Lucy over here, if I gotta go talk to somebody who I don't like me, I'll do it. Because his money is real. And be getting 2,000, 3,000, 6, 10, 50,000, you know, that's a lot of money. And you ain't gonna get it nowhere else. No other job, you know, you're not gonna get it. In my hometown, we got one business, Tyson Chicken on Louis Rich. don't know if you ever heard of Louis Rich. Anybody ever heard of Louis Rich in Newberry? From the class of '99 to the class of today, everybody works at that plant. And when I left Newberry, I said to myself, I'll never go back. I'm from the hood, I'm from the street, I'm from the dope sales, I'm from the jail. When I say I would never go back, you hear me? Never. Itworks will change your life. That's it.
Well, as you can see, our team is definitely a family-based team. I think our line alone is the only one that actually functions like this. And like they were saying, a lot of buzz is around our team in general, that we're gonna have some of the big wigs that are coming here in May. And we're very excited about that because we have been put on spotlight with the company now. So TNS is in the house. Everybody knows who we are. I think we have arrived. We're not going to stop. Malika and I are going to keep pushing each and every last one of you because we want everybody to be successful. I don't feel anyone should pay $99 to join a business and not make any money. So that's been my mission. I treat everybody the same. I'm all about, if you want it, I'm going to help you get it. Like I said, I'm a mother of 3, and my wife, my kids. I grind hard for them. My boys, AAU is not cheap. And like I said, it's a lot of money invested to make sure that their futures are secure. So that's why we're doing this business, and ultimately, this is going to help us live that lifestyle, live the dream that we say. So teamwork definitely makes the dream work. Malika, do you want to say anything before we close out?
No, they sit again as I'm sure the ladies, I want everybody, whoever got wrapped, we're gonna unwrap you now, and whoever invited you ladies, talk to them, we'll sit with you, go over any products, if you have any questions, we'll do that, and then just wait a few minutes so you find out about